Noticing any areas in your body where you might be holding tension, where muscles might be sort of guarding, and just see if you can soften everything. Big full breath. And we're going to begin with the movement in the fingers and the toes, so just starting to move in the hands and in the feet. You're going to scrunch your hands into fists and squeeze up the bottoms of the feet, curl those toes in, and then spread them. Let's do that a few times here. Bring it all in, and a big spread. Let's take our thumbs across the palms, fingers go over those thumbs. Big circles in your wrists as you pick your legs up. Big circles in those ankles. Okay, whatever direction that you're moving the circles in, let's change direction here. Okay, we'll put the feet down onto the floor wide apart as you start to windshield wiper your thighs. And if it's okay in your shoulders, you're going to open the arms to that goalpost position. And you're going to tuck your chin in, reach the back of the neck into the floor. Okay, as you're swaying your thighs from side to side here, start to wiggle your feet really wide apart. Maybe you can even get your feet right off the sides of the mat. We're going to dip both knees in towards each other, so let's see how we do here in this internal hip rotation. Don't force anything, just dip in those knees in towards each other, and then take that big stretch over your head. So the arms are going to reach long here, tuck your chin in, drop the knees in towards each other, big, big breath. Okay, and then reach down, grab your legs. We're going to give ourselves a hug here. You're squeezing your thighs into your stomach, and you're just starting to rock from side to side on the low back. Good, let's keep those legs up towards the ceiling. You can bend one and try to straighten the other and feel the hamstrings. You got it. Push right up through your heel. Move nice and slowly with this. Try to squeeze your thigh as you kick that leg straight. And we're going to do both legs at the same time. So we'll bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. Next time that those legs go up as high as you can get them up, sweep those arms back behind the head. And then as you exhale, lift your head and your chest. And just try to reach up here to your tiptoes. And then on the inhale, drop back down, reach those arms back. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, all the way down. Exhale, all the way up. Good, keep moving with this. Move with your breath. Six, good. We're gonna do 4 more. Inhale down, exhale up. Reach for your feet. You have 1 more. Okay, now take your feet down. Bring your heels in nice and close. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back. Your arms are just at your sides. I want you to play with that posterior pelvic tilt. So you're going to pull your belly button in towards the spine and just push that low back into the mat here. You should feel a deep squeeze in the belly. With that, start to lift your hips up as high as you can. Coming into bridge, tailbone tucked under, hold it and squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. All right, and then slowly come down. And as you come down, I want you to arch that low back a little bit. So we're gonna do that anterior tilt. You can feel that space between your lower back and the floor again. And then reset it. So tuck the tail, push that low back down, belly button into spine, slowly lift a bridge, hold here, tighten up the glutes as hard as you can. Good, all the way back down, bring that little arch into the lower back, and then just 1 more time here, press the low back down, pull the belly button in, deep squeeze in that belly, slowly bring it into bridge and hold it. Tighten your glutes, all your awareness is there. Bring it all the way down. Nice work. Let's rock and roll the spine, or lie on your side and sit up carefully. Listen to your back with this. We're gonna swing it around to tabletop. All right, and then as we get into our table, knees are underneath the hips, hands are under the shoulders, spread the fingers. Let's do some arching and rounding. On the inhale, look up, lift your tail. And on the exhale, round, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Repeat that. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round it. Good, again. Nice. Okay, we're gonna drop down onto the elbows, almost like you're coming into a plank. Keep those elbows tucked in nice and tight. And then see if you can lift the left knee to the side of the body here. So big hip work. And then that knee comes down. Repeat, we'll do 5, but I want you to hold the lift every time. So bring it back up, pause. Bring it back up, pause. Good. One more time, we bring it up for 5 with a pause. Now kick that left leg straight back behind you. We're gonna do 5 straight back with a pause. Push through the heel, tighten into the glute. Nice, and then once you've done 5 straight back, this left knee's gonna lift back out to the side, and I want you to kick the leg out straight and bring the foot down for gate pose. Bring yourself all the way up, so lift your chest. Nice, once we're up here, this leg's out straight, move your hips around a little bit. See if you can get your hips even, see if you can tuck that tailbone under. We're gonna interlace the hands and press out the palms. Take a huge reach right over the top of the head. Let's bring the hands to the back of the head, big breath in, and then as you exhale, tip over to the left, over that straight leg. You got it. Inhale, come back up, and then just do that one more time. Exhale, tip over. Nice work. And then your hands are gonna come down. We're gonna change the leg to lunge position. So with your ankle under your knee and your foot turned this way, lunge. See if the knee can drive over that big toe. Try to keep the heel down. And if you wanna load this up, you can press your weight into your knee. You got it. If you wanna come up onto that big toe or into this toe press at all, play with that. Bend into the toes here. See what that range of motion is. Wake up into your calves. We're gonna roll to the outer edge of this left foot. So if you press to the outer edge of this left foot and you use your left arm to do this, can you shrug your shoulder up into the ear, lock this left arm out, and then bring your right hand down. You're on that outer edge of the left foot, hopefully feeling this as a stretch in the left hip. Nice. Okay, we're not done yet in the left hip. I want you to swing your left foot all the way forward here. So it's forward, our hands are down inside the foot. Find lizard, and then see if you can sort of rock forward and back here. So I'm in lizard, dropping my hips down, and then pressing back. And every time that you press back, if you can start to straighten this left leg a little bit, maybe pull those toes up, let's really get into the hamstring as we pull back. Into the hips as we come forward. Yeah, and this is where hopefully your right kneecap is happy. Hopefully you've got some good matting. If not, go grab a towel, put it under your knee. All right, now let's get ready to do all of that in our right hip. So we'll just tuck this left leg back, coming back to our table. Come on down on the forearms, and then let's see about bringing our right knee up and out to the side with a pause. Back down slow. You got it. Straight to the side, lateral lift. 2. Hold it. 3. Don't let that knee come down until you have flexed hip muscles. 4. 5. Now drive the heels straight back behind you and tighten your glute. And same thing, we got 5, but you gotta hold them. And you gotta flex. And breathe. One more time, drive it back, squeeze that right glute. Now let's see if we can lift this knee out to the side, kick that leg out straight, slowly lower it down, and come on up into gate. Take your time as you come up, move your hips around, tuck your bum under. Set this right leg up nice and straight, foot flat and toes forward. Interlace your fingers, press out your palms, take that big reach, look up. Hands to the back of the head, nice inhale here, and as you exhale, tip over to the right. Nice, and then we do it again. So inhale up tall, tighten into your abdominals a little bit, stay open through your chest, and tip over again. Nice job. Okay, let's lunge. Turn your foot away, ankle under the knee. Start to drive that knee forward, keeping your heel down. Notice how this ankle feels. Notice if it feels different than the other side. Got it, you're loading it up if you want to, and you're adding calf raises anywhere along the way that feels good in your body. Okay, let's roll to the outer edge of our right foot now, and we're gonna press the right hand inside the knee, lock that arm, shrug that shoulder up into your ear. Left hand comes down. As you push that right knee back, can you feel that hip stretch? Maybe move your hips a little bit from side to side. Okay, now let's get ready to swing this leg all the way forward. Hands are inside the foot, be up on those fingertips for now. Let's see if we can rock the hip forward and then pull your hips back. And as we're doing this, we're trying to get our right leg to go straight as we pull those hips back. Big hamstring. Maybe even pop those right toes right up to the ceiling here. Your range of motion might be teeny tiny, forward and back, and that's okay. Play with whatever range you have, and breathe. Nice work, everybody. We're going to swing this leg back and take a nice child's pose. So when you're ready with your knees either together or apart, see if you can sit right down on those heels. Stretch your arms forward and let's just bring the forehead down. Close down the eyes. Relax. And if you want to get a little deeper through your triceps, maybe wiggle your hands closer together here, bend the elbows, pressing your palms together, bringing your thumbs behind your neck. Really actively driving those elbows into the floor. Okay, extending your arms, let's lift up into down dog and start to walk that out. Looking through your feet and just pedal this out. And really paying attention to your calves, your ankles. And stepping your feet just a little bit wider, good hip width apart, seeing if both heels can push down at the same time. Really lift your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Pause here. We're going to inhale, look right up through your thumbs, and then as you exhale, move forward. Let's step forward. Try to come behind your hands. When you arrive at the top of the mat, hang out in your forward fold. So soften your knees, let your head hang. Maybe hold opposite elbows and just sway your body from side to side. Really shake out the head. We're going to take our time as we roll up through ragdoll. You can hug your stomach muscles in to support that lower back as you're rolling up. And then take some time at the top here, keeping your chin tucked into your chest. Let's do some half circles here through the neck. So your arms just dangle down, and then your head slowly moves from side to side. head all the way up and just making some big circles here through your shoulders. You got it. If you're not at the top of the mat, let's take a walk to the top of the mat. We can stand with the feet together, big toes touching, a little bit of space between the heels. And then we're gonna internally rotate our arms and just press those knuckles together in the lower back. Try to pump your elbows forward and back a few times. Try to open your chest and look up. We're gonna try folding over here with a nice straight back. So as you inhale, really open the chest, pull those elbows back, hold that position, and then just soften your knees, tip over at the hips here, but look forward and try to keep a straight back. Once you've tipped over as much as you can, let's bend our knees like we're squatting down into chair pose. So we're bending the knees, maybe bringing that chest up a little bit more, pulling those elbows back a bit more. And then slowly start to straighten those legs again. And we'll come back up the way we came down, so lift that chest. Nice work. And then as you stand up from here, let your arms go and just give them a little bit of a swing here. Noodle arms, nice and loose from side to side. We're gonna come to balance. We'll start in tree with an option to hit single leg chair. So balancing on your right foot first, splay that foot, lock your gaze, and then take your left foot either to the right inner calf or higher up that right inner thigh. You're gonna lock the eyes, try to stack your ears over your shoulders. Try to pull this left knee back. Maybe tuck the tail a little bit, tighten into the glutes, and then your hands can be at the chest or maybe straight up overhead. Good, you take your big breath here. Just notice how the balance feels today. And if things feel really wobbly, then stay here today. If things feel like that single leg chair is gonna work out for you tonight, we can reach down for this left ankle, keeping it flexed, and cross it over the right knee as you squat down into that right leg. You got it. And as I squat down here, starting to really feel my left hip open up. You always have that option in single leg chair to hold here in balance, real strong. Or if you want to, you could reach down to the floor or to a block, take that balance challenge away, and then maybe work a little bit deeper into the squat, really feeling the stretch in this left hip. So you play with this. Okay, and then wherever you are, we're gonna slowly come out of it. So we can come up, drop that leg, and then the leg you were standing on, this right foot, you're gonna shake it and quickly come onto the top of that foot with those toes tucked under and just press down into the top of that foot. Nice, and then reset. Left foot splays, tree pose when you're ready, eyes are locked. Set your posture, tuck the tail a little, tighten into the glutes. Choose your hands, and then big full breath. Nice. If you're moving along, maybe reaching down for this right ankle, crossing it, starting to squat into your left leg. Okay, as you start to drop in here, you're deciding, do I want to stay here? Maybe reach the arms forward and balance. I want to take that balance away, reach down, and maybe work on getting a little bit lower and deepening the right hip stretch. Whatever you choose, just lock your eyes, breathe, relax your shoulders. And we will slowly start to come on out wherever you are. Okay? Give that left foot a little bit of a shake and then see how you do pressing onto the top of the foot. Curl the toes under, press down onto your foot here. Nice work. Okay, and then coming back to standing mountain, big toes together. Take a reach up, take that big inhale, look up, reach up, and then exhale and forward fold. You're gonna step back to plank and pause there. Good, nice and strong. You can drop down onto the elbows, and as we do that, you could take your knees and stay on the knees, or stay on the toes. I'm gonna open us up to the right for a side plank. This can be done from the knees. Make sure that right elbow's under the shoulder and then sweep your left arm up. If your legs are straight and you're up for it, can you pick up your left leg, your top leg? Nice work. Okay, switch sides. Take your time. If you're holding in the center, awesome. Stay there, breathe, you've got this. Same thing on this side. I'm gonna reach my right arm up now, and if you're up for it, can you lift that top leg, that right leg, and hold and breathe? Nice, and slowly bring it to center, everybody. We're gonna drop those hips down, nice and slow. Slide your hands by your chest. Let's grow some cobras. So on the in-breath, that chest lifts up. And on the exhale, come on down. Nice job. Okay, we'll do a few more. Nice big breath in. Slide your shoulder blades away from your ears. And then one more time. Big breath in. Okay, we're gonna take a child's pose. For everyone that is outside on this really hot night, you deserve a child's pose here. Flip your palms up, take a breather, wipe the sweat. All right, let's bring it up to downward dog. We're gonna get ready for our step through to a high lunge tonight. So pause in down dog, look through the feet, draw the heels down, take a big breath. Let's swing that right leg up as high as you can, reach up high, and then on the exhale, step through, but stay on the ball of that back foot. We're gonna be in our high lunge position. If this is wobbly, take your arms here for a moment, then to the hips. You're gonna tuck your bum under, tuck that tail, feel your left hip. Take a big sweep up. We're gonna rotate and twist here. So your left arm's gonna shoot forward and your right arm's gonna sweep all the way back. See if you can turn and look to the back of the room here. And then inhale, turn back forward, reach those arms back up. Goalpost these arms, wrap that right one underneath for your eagle or your hug. Nice big inhale, elbows are up high, and then exhale, round that upper back. Let's tuck the chin and just feel those shoulder blades pull apart on your back. Nice. Slowly come up from here, that back foot and hip kick open for triangle. With your hands on your hips, see if you can move your hip bones a little bit without bending your knees. You got it. And then with even off hips, arms sweep up. Start to get into your warrior two. Take your time moving in and out of this position. Wiggle your feet wider. Make sure your right foot is nice and straight and that knee is tracking. You got it. Now once you get as low as you feel that you can get, you're gonna internally rotate your left arm behind your back and you're gonna reverse that warrior two. So nice big inhale, reach back, breathe in. And then exhale, come to your low lunge. Both hands down, roll onto the ball of your back foot. Let's see if we can drop that back knee down. My front knee, I want to try to bring it in line with my toes. You can press your chest down on that thigh, on that knee. Now option to stay here in low lunge or come all the way back and sit on your left shin. That's not for everyone's knee. If that's the case, please stay here, maybe with support. If you're able to come all the way back here, can you sit down onto the top of this left ankle? You've got it. I'm keeping my right foot here. I'm gonna press my chest on my right thigh and do a little bit of rocking for this right ankle. So I'm gonna lean in, lift that right heel up, rock back. Okay, so if that's okay, let's do a few rocks in half kneeling. Big ankle stretch, big shin stretch. All right, and whether you're still in your low lunge or you're here with me, let's find tabletop. In tabletop, let's thread our needle. Big needle threader. Left arm goes out and up, look up. Exhale, thread through. Bring the side of the head down. Take a pause here. Your right arm can sweep to the ceiling. And it could sweep overhead, reaching overhead towards the floor. Good, if you went for that with the right arm, bring it back up, back down, drag the left arm through, and that left arm, shoot it right back up to the ceiling. So take that big twist, breathe, and exhale down. Right side, when you're ready. Big inhale, out and up. Exhale through. Come to the side of your head. Close your eyes. Keeping your left hand where it is for support or sweeping it to the ceiling and then reaching it over your head. Good. The left arm is overhead. Let's bring it up, back down. As you pull this right arm through, take it back up to the ceiling. Big breath in. Nice work. Okay, come on forward. Let's get down onto the stomach. Let's grow a few more cobras here, and if you want to, take your fingertip position for cobras. Okay, so hands off the side of the mat. You're gonna breathe in, lift the chest, and you're gonna exhale, roll back down. Listen to your body here. You know that if cobras don't feel good, you're just resting your head on your stacked up hands, bending your knees. If cobras are feeling good, let's shoulder check the last two. So nice big breath in, I'm gonna lift and look back over one shoulder. Exhale down. One more time, breathe in. Look back over that other shoulder. Nice work. Peel off the mat, send it back to a child's pose, maybe flip up the palms. Give yourself a moment. Okay, and before we do all of that on the other side, lift your hips up a little bit, walk your hands off the right side of the mat. So you can drop your head down here, really feel the stretch down the left side of your back. Okay, let's walk those hands to the right. Press that right hand down. Big breath here. All right, good job. We'll bring it center, lift the hips to downward dog. Take a pause, look through the feet. Pressing both heels, reaching those heels down. Breathe here. This time the left leg is going to sweep up. So when you're ready, sweep that left leg as high as you can. Step it through to high lunge. Take your time, find your balance here. Sweeping the arms out maybe. Hands on your hips, tuck your bum under. Squeeze that right glute, feel the right hip. You're going to reach the arms towards the ceiling and then very slowly start to twist. That right arm goes forward and that left arm goes back. See if you can turn your head and look all the way to the back of the room. And then big inhale, those arms reach back up, you turn forward. Goalpost these arms. Our left one's gonna try to come under the right one. You're gonna hug or eagle. Breathe in with the elbows up. Breathe out, round your back and pull your shoulder blades away from each other. Tuck your chin. Oh, it's the best stretch. Slowly bring it up and open up the back foot and hip for triangle. Your front leg stays straight. See if you can move your hip bones from side to side a little bit here. Keep those legs straight. Maybe wiggle your feet a little bit wider apart here. You're gonna get ready to grow that warrior two. So with your hips even and that front foot straight, let's sink in and out a few times. So strong in this front leg. You got it. Don't let that knee fall in. And then when you feel like you're as wide as you can go, as low as you can go, let's internally rotate our back arm, our right arm, reach it behind the back. That left one comes all the way up and back. Inhale. And then exhale, let's get down into our low lunge. Turning onto the ball of the back foot, dropping that back knee. Maybe pressing your stomach onto your left thigh here. Can you get your knee in line with or over your toes? Pause and breathe. You can always take your blocks. Yep. If you want to sit back on your right shin, we'll move here. If you don't want to, please stay where you are. I'm gonna sit back on my shin. I'm gonna take my left foot back here with me. Hugging onto my left knee here, rock forward. My heel comes up and down a little bit. See how that feels, but don't force anything in that back knee. I'm gonna move to pigeon, a little bit of pigeon. If pigeon hurts your knee, we'll take seated 90-90 instead. So we'll come to our table, and then once in your table, drive your right knee behind your right wrist. Okay, so that right knee should be on the right side of the mat, right here. Your left leg's gonna get long. You can look back over your left shoulder, make sure your kneecap's down, you're on the top of that foot. Right away in our pigeon, if this bothers your knee, sit on the side of your bum and take your seated 90-90 instead. Okay? Otherwise, you're in that pigeon position. Back leg nice and straight, and when you're ready to rest here, you can come on down, whether you stack up your fists and rest your forehead on your hands, or come on down to your block, but get comfortable here. You are well warmed up at this point. Let's settle into the hip, this external rotation, and breathe here. Okay, as an add-on, if you're up for it and you're in that pigeon, see if you can bend your back knee a few times. So see if we can bend, bring that left heel towards the glute. Try to move slowly with your breath so you don't get a big Charlie horse. If the bending of the knee feels pretty easy, try sweeping your right hand back behind you and maybe giving a little stretch here in this left quad. And then wherever you are with this stretch, we're gonna slowly switch sides. We'll start to come up, carefully taking this right leg back. As you take the right leg back and you're in table, maybe swing your hips from side to side, kind of shake that off. And then prepare to find your left hip. Okay, so that left knee coming behind the wrist, making sure it's on the left side of the mat. That back leg getting real straight, top of the knee, top of the foot, down in pigeon. Assessing your knee, and if it's not happy, sit on the side of your bum, bend both knees and find this guy. And then when you're ready, we're all gonna settle over the front leg, focusing on the hip of that front leg. Get comfortable, and then close down the eyes and breathe through the nose. And just take a load off here. And if you're tensing up through your shoulders, through your neck, you're noticing that, letting go of it, taking a longer breath. Maybe you need to make a little bit of movement. And if you are in pigeon with me and you want to add your back leg, the first thing we start with is just a little bending of the knee. Might be a really small range of motion. Do not forcefully reach back and grab that foot if just bending the knee is hard, okay? If bending the knee feels easy and there's no cramping, then reach back with your opposite hand. So my left hand is reaching for my right foot, my right ankle here. Alright, nice job. I'm gonna let that go. Wherever you are in this position, make your way out slowly. We can come back to table with those knees together. Do that hip swing, shake that off. And then come right down on your stomach. I want to do a chest opener. We're gonna play with the arm high and then with the arm low. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the right side, and I'm gonna have my right arm out to the side, but a little bit higher than shoulder height. Let's just roll out on that side. And then you're seeing if your right ear can come down onto the floor. Your left foot can step back a little bit maybe, or maybe it floats. Just try to feel that all the way down your right arm, through the armpit area, across the front of the shoulder. Take a big breath. Good, and then release, come on your tummy, look at your right arm. Let's take this arm below the shoulder. So here it is straight out shoulder height. I'm gonna bring it a little bit lower. You're gonna roll open again, see if your ear can come down. And then just notice that this left leg, maybe you can step back a little bit more. Maybe the left foot can come flat on the ground with that left knee reaching up towards the ceiling. Okay, the left hand can still support, or maybe that left arm reaches up here and then tucks in behind your back. Big breath. Okay, releasing, and let's do this on the left side. Starting with your left arm a little higher than shoulder height. Take your time. Your armpit drops, your ear drops. Your right leg either floats or starts to come back. Close your eyes. Okay, roll in your tummy. Reposition your left arm so it's a little bit lower than shoulder height. Nice, and then as we roll open on it now, see if we can roll open a bit more. So noticing, can my right foot come flat to the floor, this right kneecap to the ceiling? Does my right arm want to come up, internally rotate, and come behind the back? You can stay on the floor though, supporting you. Take a big breath here and just feel the difference from that arm being higher than shoulder height and then here in this low position. All right, and then we're gonna let it go. And as soon as you come onto your stomach, we're gonna sweep up into that locust. See if you can wiggle your legs super close together here, press the ankles together, and then lift your legs, lift your chest, and float these arms, these nice long arms. You got it. And if the arms want a little bit more, interlace the fingers. See if you can interlace, kick those arms up straight, and then maybe get those arms to come up off the back. We'll take a nice big inhale, press the ankles together, breathe. Nice work, and let it go. Good job. As you let it go, just relaxing down here on the mat. And we're gonna peel off, come to seated when you're ready. Okay, so as you peel off, press back, let your back round out. Give yourself a moment. And then come to seated. Nice work, everyone. Legs can come out front. You can take a big reach up here. Maybe grab for opposite elbows. Try to get those upper arms to draw back. Try to draw the ribs. And then we'll hug the abdominals in and reach down the legs here. Okay, slowly sitting up from here. Let's take a seated twist. We'll start with the right knee bending. And then your right elbow is gonna come inside that right knee. You're gonna squeeze them together, sit up really, really tall, and start to sweep your left arm all the way back behind you. Look back to that left thumb. Squeeze the right knee and that right elbow together as you look back. Good, and then slowly turn forward and take this right foot, step it over your left thigh. We're gonna hug this right knee into the left armpit. I really want you to feel the outside of your right glute. Okay, so I'm hugging my right knee to my left armpit, and now my right arm's gonna sweep all the way back behind. I can look to the right thumb here, or I can put my right fingertips on the floor and prop up on them. But really notice the whole right glute here. Want a little bit of a deeper twist, start to look forward. Take this left hand and grab the outside of your right foot. See if you can start to kick this right leg straight. Just an option, or stay where we were. Okay, if you went for the foot and that leg's kicked out straight, look back, reach that right arm back. Feel that all the way down the outside of that right leg. And then slowly turn forward and take that down. Nice work. Let's do that on the other side. We'll start with our left knee bending. My left elbow and my left knee are going to squeeze together. Sit really, really tall, tuck your chin in, and then start to sweep this right arm back. Look to that right thumb. Squeeze your left elbow and knee together, look back and breathe. Good. Turn forward, stepping your left foot over your right thigh. Let's hug this left knee into the right armpit as much as you can. Really feel the whole outside of your glute, of your hip. And then start to take your left arm back behind you. I can keep the arm up, or I can press fingertips into the ground, whatever you want to do here. And you can stay here really feeling this through the whole outer hip, or we can take the right hand to the outside of this left foot and start to kick that left leg straight and then reset your twist. Up to you. Nice big breath in, you're up tall. Nice exhale, keep twisting, keep looking back. Awesome. And wherever you are with that twist, let's undo it. Nice job. As you undo it, prepare to sit up into your boat. So we're going to be strong here. We're going to sit right up on our sitting bones and then lift the heels. Okay, we're going to sweep those arms forward, find your balancing boat. Good, you can kick your legs out straight if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. You can take your peace fingers and hook your big toes. Really pulling those legs into you. Let's take a nice big breath, look up, and then slowly get into that low boat and let's hold it. Control yourself in that low boat position with the option to keep the arms here, squeeze your thighs, point your toes, or sweep those arms back by the ears and hold. Nice, you're coming down into your pencil stretch. Nice work, everybody. And as you come down into your pencil stretch, if you want to take out your ponytail, if you've got one here, take it out. Let's get the back of the neck to reach down to the floor here, and you're just reaching your arms straight. Seeing if the elbows can lock out straight. Can you press your forearms down, tuck your chin in, point your toes down. Take a nice big breath. Good job. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, let those knees open up wide, and then take those arms back into your goal post. So where we started today. And then with the soles of the feet pushing together and those arms pushing down into the floor, let's take a nice big breath in here and see if we can lift the hips and squeeze the glutes. So you're in that bound ankle bridge. Come on up as high as you can with your hips and just hold and breathe here. Good job. And then slowly bring your hips back down. Your knees are going to come together and both legs press together, fall to the right. Okay, and as they fall to the right here, I can use my right hand to press into the outside of that left knee. And I can turn and look to my left arm. You can keep that arm at that 90-degree angle, or if it feels better in your body, you can extend it, whatever you want to do, but just breathe. And just see if this left shoulder blade can connect down. Good, and then let's swing it to the other side. Same thing, beautiful lying twist here. Take your time, turn your head, look to the right. Does the right arm want to be at a 90? Or kick it out straight? Nice job. And then as you let that go, you're giving yourself a hug. So we're going to grab both legs and squeeze them in and just rock from side to side. If you want to take a little bit of reclined cow face here, we could do that instead. So you could swing your right leg over your left, flex your ankles and reach down to the outsides of the shins and rock it out here, if you prefer. Okay, and if you did take the cow face, just try it on the other side. Left leg over, draw down. Nice job. And then let's finish with a little bit of happy baby. So we'll grab to the ankles or the outsides of the feet. You're letting your knees work wide and you're just seeing if you can tap one knee down on one side and then the other. And as we reach this point in class, everyone, if there's any other poses you feel like taking, please add on. You are stretched out and ready. And if you just feel like you are ready to land where we started 45 minutes ago, then let's take Shavasana. Take up all the space on your mat. Let your arms open, let your legs open, let your palms flip up. Thank you everyone for joining me all through the spring session. Let's close down the eyes and just give ourselves a moment. Let that beautiful practice settle into the body.